Loft is that was an amazing playground for artists.
It's like in Studio Ghibli, like he was a character.
The Loft felt really like the club, your home, your best friend's house. How I interpret it is a dancer sanctuary. It's a traveling dancer sanctuary.
Welcome to Dance Hubs, an audio series about global spaces of creative movement, where dancers assemble and connect, exchange and get down, and pass on through. My name is Edwin Hill, but you can call me Eddie, and you've just entered our first dance hub, the Loft. What's the Loft? Well, I never had the pleasure of staying there, but word on the dance street scene is that it's the shit. Or at least it was the shit, back in the early 2010s. If you'd asked me back then what the Loft was, I would have said it's basically like an Airbnb in New York for street dancers. But after hanging out for hours and hours on Zoom with the Loft kids, those special dancers who created and stayed at the Loft, I know now that it was much, much more. Join me for this 4-part audio series, where we'll hear why the Loft was a key platform for all sorts of bold and imaginative jump-offs for street dancers from around the world. In the first episode, we'll hear the Loft's origin stories and scenes of arrival, as dancers from France, Italy, Sweden, Argentina, and elsewhere arrive to Bushwick Brooklyn, New York for the first time. In episode 2, we'll catch a feel for the everyday routines, party scenes, and New York vibes that animated the Loft. In the third episode, we hear the dancers talk about some of the dance pioneers they came to study with and some of the dance pieces they created that mark their memories in their lives. Finally, in episode 4, we ask the Loft kids, what happened to the Loft? What array of social forces and individual pressures led to its somewhat sudden end?